Inflicting maximum damage to the Ukrainian armed forces, on the ground, is the key task of the Russian armed forces at the current stage of the conflict. This was stated by Deputy Chairman of the Russian Security Council Dmitry Medvedev. According to him, it is too early to say that the enemy has been defeated. The SVO continues. Russia is advancing. The enemy is resisting and has not yet been defeated. After all, stopping the war for the Bandera regime and personally for its leader means the inevitable end. Therefore, inflicting maximum defeat on the enemy on the ground remains our main task today, Medvedev pointed out. The Russian armed forces continue their offensive in a number of areas, while the enemy tries to counterattack time after time. The situation in the Kursk region is developing in a similar way. President Donald Trump has regularly said he thinks his Russian counterpart, Vladimir Putin, wants peace. Trump has been pushing for a swift end to Russia's war on Ukraine and has criticized the vast destruction and loss of life as well as the substantial cost to American taxpayers of supporting Ukraine's defense. Zelensky has also said he wants a guaranteed peace. European leaders, in particular UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer and French President Emmanuel Macron, are drawing up their own proposals for a truce to present to Trump. Ukraine wants the US to go further and offer security guarantees that would deter Russian aggression in the future. After a clash at an Oval Office meeting on February 28, in which the minerals deal was supposed to be signed but wasn't because of a public dispute over the security guarantees and perceived disrespect, Zelensky sent a letter to Trump expressing his desire to move forward. Trump touted the letter in his address to Congress and said he appreciated that Zelensky sent it. The letter reads, "Ukraine is ready to come to the negotiating table as soon as possible to bring lasting peace closer," Trump said. Nobody wants peace more than the Ukrainians. The US has paused its vital military aid to Ukraine after the spat with Zelensky. Responding to Trump's address, Medvedev wrote on VK that signing the minerals deal would mean American arms deliveries will most likely resume immediately. The signs are there that the US and Ukraine will sign the anticipated minerals deal. This may unlock the pause in US military aid, though that is yet to be confirmed, and it remains to be seen how the two sides will bridge the gap on security guarantees. On the eve of a major EU summit on defense and Ukraine, a group of Ukraine supporters and right activists gathered outside the European Council building on Wednesday, asking EU leaders to seize frozen Russian assets to fund Ukraine's fight for survival. According to Associated Press, the event was launched by AVAAZ, which means a voice, in several languages, an American non-profit organization launched in 2007. The group unfolded a 100-meter-long banner reading, "Defend Ukraine, Defend Europe, Seize Russia's Billions." European Union leaders are to hold emergency talks to agree ways to quickly ramp up their military budgets and set new defense spending priorities tomorrow. Thursday's summit in Brussels comes after US President Donald Trump's administration signaled that Europe must take care of its own security and suspended military assistance to Ukraine.
There's one message, big message on this huge banner and this huge crowd behind me, which is defend Ukraine, defend Europe by seizing frozen Russian assets up to $200 billion worth and using it to support Ukraine's reconstruction and defense. It's legal, there's precedent for it, the only thing lacking is political will. So when European leaders meet Zelensky tomorrow and offer him support, they should step up and make Putin pay for his illegal aggression.
the European Union and its member states have to step in and use the leverages that they have, including Russian frozen assets in Belgium, to put pressure on Putin and make sure that the peace that will be secured. And Ukrainians do want peace because we have lost the most from this war.
If Europeans must be the only ones with Ukrainians who will defend this order when law is governing, then so be it. If the United States withdraw themselves from that position, well, Europe has nothing but to acknowledge that and to act accordingly.
U.S. President Donald Trump tells Congress, "We've had serious discussions with Russia and have received strong signals that they are ready for peace in Ukraine," Trump said. Wouldn't that be beautiful? According to Associated Press, Trump also highlighted the return of American Mark Fogel, who was detained in Russia and returned mid-February. Fogel was arrested in August 2021 and was serving a 14-year prison sentence. His family and supporters said he had been traveling with medically prescribed marijuana. Seated Democrats joined Republicans' standing applause for Fogel. Trump recounted how he had traveled to Fogel's hometown of Butler, Pennsylvania, and met his mother before walking onto a stage during a campaign event in July 2024. Minutes later, shots rang out and a gunman attempted to assassinate Trump. The wife and daughters of Corey Comprator, a firefighter killed by gunfire at that Trump rally, received uniform bipartisan applause when Trump addressed them in the audience.
We've had serious discussions with Russia and have received strong signals that they are ready for peace. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Wouldn't that be beautiful? Wouldn't that be beautiful? It's time to stop this madness. It's time to halt the killing. It's time to end this senseless war. If you want to end wars, you have to talk to both sides. Nearly 4 years ago, amid rising tensions, a history teacher named Mark Fogel was detained in Russia and sentenced to 14 years in a penal colony. Rough stuff. The previous administration barely lifted a finger to help him. They knew he was innocent, but they had no idea where to begin. But last summer, I promised his 95-year-old mother, Malphine, that we would bring her boy safely back home. After 22 days in office, I did just that, and they are here tonight.